Hello, my name's Allie. I'm going to talk to you all a little bit about my story. Some of you may know me. I grew up in the community. Me and my husband both were born and raised in Seymour. We're high school sweethearts, got married after college, and last spring, decided to start trying to have a baby. So we were excited. We got pregnant right off the bat and went to our first appointment. Everything went great. Things were going well. We were excited to tell our families, and this was going to be the first grandbaby on both sides, so we were extra excited for that. Everything was going well. Went through the first trimester without any problems, no major symptoms or anything like that. And then we went in for our 12-week appointment to the doctor, and we were getting an ultrasound, and we're told that the baby no longer had a heartbeat, which was very, very shocking to us. Like I said, I didn't have any abnormal symptoms or anything like that, so it really blindsided us. It was devastating to our whole family, especially to me and my husband, because this was our first pregnancy ever, and just to be told that and to go through those emotions of just everything being taken away all at once, it was really, really hard. I ended up having to have surgery since my body hadn't kind of registered it as a miscarriage, so that was another hard day. But we got through it. You know, it was a trying time. We got through it, and a couple months later decided to try again. So we did, and we got pregnant again, and that was September of last year, and we were really excited just because of what we had been through. We thought this was an answered prayer. We were just so excited. But then within 3 days after that, I started having complications again. They ended up taking me to the doctor, and the doctor confirmed I was having another miscarriage. And those were probably the darkest days, just because it had happened twice. So I figured this isn't supposed to be. I'm never supposed to be a mother, and all these thoughts just kind of raced through my head, and it was just a really, really hard time. I questioned a lot of things, had a lot of doubts about everything. Pretty much, it was just really, really hard. But coincidentally, the next week, Made Known was being offered here at the church, and I had been invited by a friend, and so I had said that I would go. That was before the second miscarriage, so once it started to get closer and closer and the second miscarriage happened, I was a little bit hesitant just because my emotions were just so raw, and it was so fresh. But I ended up going, and it was just such a blessing to me. Me and my mom, she went with me, and she was able to kind of hear other people's stories as well, and I know that helped her a lot too. But just when we came and saw the community of people that had lost babies, and whether it be miscarriage or right after birth, just having that community, knowing that they're in our physical community, is so helpful, because it's hard to find other people. It's just not something that comes up in conversation usually with just regular going throughout your day. So when you come here and you hear other people's stories that are so similar to yours, it's just so helpful, and it really, really blessed me. And also they made a point to just really honor our babies that we lost, and that's also just something that not many people seem to do, just because it doesn't seem like a loss to other people that haven't gone through it sometimes, just since the baby wasn't born yet. But we know that these babies were alive, and they were known by God, and they were lost. So just having that opportunity to honor their lives like you would at a funeral or something like that is just, it's very it just warms your heart, especially as moms who, I had 2 babies that I lost, and I never got to meet them. So just being able to remember them, to honor them, and to talk about them is just it's very important, and it really helped me last year. But everybody's story is different. My story isn't the same as anybody else's that I met last year, but we were able to get pregnant again, and we actually welcomed our baby boy almost last month now, 3 weeks ago. So he's doing great, and it really kind of solidified what we had gone through. As hard as it was, just knowing that because of that, we were able to get our precious son, and we named him Josiah, and that means the Lord heals. So that was just kind of a tribute to our babies that we lost too, and he's doing great, and we're just very, very blessed. And now looking back, I can see, why, maybe we had gone through that. But like I said, everybody's story is different, and that's something that you'll definitely learn if you do go to Made Known. And I just encourage you, if you are going through something like this, or if you've gone through it, if a family member's gone through it, if you just want to talk about it, it's very, very helpful, and it blessed me a lot when I went last year. So I encourage you to attend, and thank you for letting me share my story. Thanks.